from the Burke County Public Library. Today, this tutorial is going to show you how to get registered for the summer reading program using our READSquared software. If you have participated in the program before, you can log in using your previous username and password. If you're not sure what your password was, you can always get it via email here. But in this tutorial, we're going to go over how to get registered. So if you'll navigate to the upper right-hand corner, you will see where it says register and log in. We are going to click register. And it's going to immediately ask you if you're going to be registering just yourself or yourself and other readers. In this tutorial, we're going to go over registering myself and other readers. So to begin, it's going to ask how old you are. We're going to start with an adult account and create what I like to call an anchor account. Now, it's going to ask you what program you want to sign up for. This is very important to pay attention to which one you are registering for. You want to make sure that you are in the right program. If you're not totally sure, you can always contact any library location and we'll be happy to look that up for you. As I am an adult, I'm going to be registering for the Adult Summer Reading Program. It's going to ask for some basic information and you're going to want to create a username and password. This is important because once you make that username and password, you will be able to access your account and any additional readers that you have added. So fill out that information and click continue. So we're going to add our next reader. Our next reader is going to be a teenager. And so they will be choosing the Make Some Noise at Your Library for this year. Again, make sure you are choosing the correct program. If you have a reader who has just finished the 5th grade, they can choose if they want to do the young adult program or the children's program. Keep in mind, you can only choose one. Again, you will have some basic information and it will go ahead and start auto-populating based off of that anchor account. Here, you will notice the username and password are not required. If you do have a reader who will be tracking any of their information on their own device, a username and password is recommended for them, but that is completely up to you. And finally, we're going to add a child. So we will choose their age and select the kids program here. And you will add in some basic information. It will auto-populate the rest. And if you are done adding readers, you can click done. Once you have everything registered, you are ready to participate in the summer reading program. If you want to switch between readers in the upper left-hand corner where it says active reader, you can drop down to view all of your readers. Click on the reader's name to log for them. You can also check out any events that are available by clicking the Events tab. You can always go back home.
If it has indeed been a year since you participated, you want to go ahead and log in, but be prepared because you are going to need to update your information and make sure that you are logged in to the correct reading program. So once you log in, most likely it will let you know it's not actively logging if you log in before the kickoff date. That doesn't mean you can't go ahead and update your information. Also, any juveniles that may be on your account may need to enroll in the correct program. So make sure that when you go to that screen, you update their age and the program that they want to be a part of. Click enroll. Let you know that you have registered, you get your first badge, and your child is ready to go. So again, check those notifications and update your account information This is very important to do so that we have the most up-to-date way to get a hold of you in case you win a prize or a program is available that you are on the waiting list for. So go ahead, make sure all of these are up to date. Email address looks good. Going to save my changes and go home. And it will have the countdown waiting for you right there. After the kickoff date, tracking will be available on READSquared. So depending on which program you're in, you may be tracking books or minutes. But to do that, you will click on Log. And right here, you can choose what you are tracking. Depending on your program, you may need to track a book title, or you may need to track your total number of minutes read. So what I'm going to see is that I'm logging minutes, and I am good to go for both of these. So if you're reading as a family or as a group, you can log these all at the same time. I'm going to go in and click Submit. They saved my activity and I earned 60 points. So that's all you have to do in order to log your reading. If you are participating in a program that has event codes, you can log those as well on the same page by clicking Event Code. You will type in that event code and everyone who went to that event. If you're looking on here and you notice that a reader is missing, it means that that activity is not valid for the reader, or rather that their program isn't tracking event codes. So if you go looking and everybody went, it's okay if you are missing a reader there. It just means that that program isn't tracking that. If for some reason your account is showing the wrong program that you are enrolled in, contact your local library and let us know, and we'll be happy to get your information corrected. And that's all you have to know in order to participate in summer reading program with the Burke County Public Library. As always, if you have any questions, you can contact your local library. And for more program information and flyers and calendars, all of those are available online at bcpls.org/SRP. Happy reading!